Right, the reason why I'm doing this video is to sort of highlight a little bit of, the people behind the scenes, but they're up there. We know these people, Bill Gates and Dr. Fauci. Right, now this is Melinda Gates. These are, like, you can call it conspiracies, non-conspiracies, truth, non-truth, however you want to call it. But these are the people, right, at the top. Roe versus Wade, Bill Gates and Transgender Health, episode 11 of The Catholic Citizen, Peter Range. Now, they're stars you didn't know are transgender. Sky News, breakfast, Bill Gates on his hope for 2022. And he goes, Bill Gates and bride equal born naturally a woman or a man. I smell a rat, not for children 35 and older. Right. I've nothing against folk who are doing transgender and stuff like that. It's just the age group that they're doing it on. They even do it to kids, get them hormoned up and all the rest of it, drugs, everything. And this is the world of these lot, right? Yeah, they're all buddies. Now, what they're actually saying, without going into detail, that this guy here is an elite transgendered female, because all of his gait, his width of his hips, all the rest of it, blah, I've looked into it. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. All I'm saying is that that's what's going on at the moment. They say this guy is a female and this lady here, whoever, is a male, right? Now, it just goes into that transgender hit. Now, if you look into the Bible, it's the deception against God. It's transgenderism, right? Because they're trying to change man into woman and woman into man. Now, like I said, I've got nothing against them, because to me, people have been manipulated and brainwashed since young ages at school, all that sort of stuff, years ago. Aristocracy and all that sort of stuff. They bring their kids up at, non-gender till about 13. And guess what? That's what they're trying to put down onto you lot. Right? That's why they're getting into the schools. That's why they're taking away the footstones of man and woman, the stepping stones of life, man and woman. Yeah, the parents succeed, or whatever we do as man and woman has succeeded to the point where we're now going into schools and saying it's up to anything from 6 to 100 genders. Now, we find it difficult with just having male and female. Look at the world around us. Yeah? Now we've already got in our schools already, saying to our kids, by the way, when you step on those stepping stones out there, me and your mum haven't got a clue what it's about. Yeah, your pronoun, transgendering type of language or whatever's mindsets. So that means the child is more on their own, which then is available then for the sharks of the world, to take them down that path even more. Because there's no advice coming from mum and dad, because we were brought up as men and women. And it goes on and on and on. It's a big thing. It's in the Bible, a lot, right? Now go back to these guys, Bill Gates, Dr. Fauci. Bill Gates, the dollar bill, yeah, the money, the gates of money, Bill Gates, right? And you say they don't talk in language like that. They do, because in Hollywood they change all the names to fit the characters, the lot. That's how Freemasonic, all that sort of stuff, blah, 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 works. There's good sides and bad sides to everything. Yeah? So Bill Gates, it's right in your face. The money gate. The vaccines, the genes, the hormones. Yeah? And all that lot. So, that's Bill Gates. Dr. Fauci, Anthony Fauci. Yeah? Now, he's right mates with Bill Gates, this one as well. It's their circle of people, their world. So look into what his name means. The name of Fauci means sickle maker and is of Italian origin. Fauci is a name that's been used by parents who are considering unisex or non-gendered baby names that can be used for any gender. Do you get me? Dr. Fauci. The guy who's fear driving everybody by saying, put 2 masks on. Yeah? You tell, right? To put 2 masks on. He wants everybody vaccinated. Yeah? Now these people think there's overpopulation, right? So they've got a marketplace to play with, haven't they? So if you're prepared to get a vaccine, they're probably not bothered about the people over like 40 because you've all got kids and stuff like that. Yeah? They want the younger ones probably. Yeah? They'll probably say they don't want the younger ones, but you're going to self-force your younger ones to have them because of the fear that they've created by the older people getting the vaccine and down. So it all makes it look like you lot have chosen it and these lot have said, oh no, we're not going to inject the 30-year-olds. We'll just inject the really ones who really, really need it. But the pandemic itself and the way they've manipulated it will create the avalanche of pressure for the younger generation probably to have it more so on their own free accord because of the fear driving prior. Yeah? That's how they get away with it, guys. These guys are banging in vaccines all around the world, right? And some people who make these vaccines companies, they're up for putting blinking asbestos in baby powder, right? They're pushing it like buggery with fear driving, manipulation and everything. Yeah, to get your vaccine, to create a roll, a crescendo of fear. So you end up then queuing up to be vaccinated, whatever age you are. Now, nobody knows how long these vaccines would take for side effects to come out. Everybody thinks, oh, I didn't get a blinking sore arm last night. Everything's all right. Yeah, that's the attitude of us. Oh, I was all right. Had a bit of a rash, bit of achy. It was all right, no problem. Should live. It's not about that, everybody. Like I said in the video before, no man can count his sperm count unless you go to this industries. Yeah? You can't do it. You can't even check your sperm, right, as an individual or your ovaries as a woman to see if there's any form of manipulation or gene manipulation that's created differences, yeah, within your body or your sperm, things like that. Because these people are after getting people to be born with less identity of being male or female. So when they get drip fed or ushered, taught, re-educated on those steps that have been provided of the 100 genders that mum and dad don't know anything about, these people are there waiting, ready to then add to what was missing, and they'll make them pay for it. Yeah, there might be like vaccine being shoved in everybody's body. So if you have a kid and it's a young lad, he might get a small dick. He might get a small dick and then become what would happen, a bit insecure or whatever they drive into people. So it pushes them closely and closer, more so, to being accepted by the new order and the new agenda of transitioning. Right? They might have women, instead of having breasts, the injections, everybody's vaccinating their arse off around the fear of 0.1, which is less chance of dying, yeah, than anything. So you're basically scared of waking up. Or to go for a pub or a holiday or get back to normal. Yeah? And you're getting vaccinated up. Now, like I say, it doesn't affect maybe the older people, but the younger people might start getting vaccinated because of the pressure of the country. Yeah? They might then have kids who then have no breasts, really. So they feel inadequate as a woman, and they can be pushed more so into what's available for them as a free world, a transitioning world of bollocks. Do you get me? That's what you guys might be injecting. I'm not saying you are, but that's why. Because no tests have gone longer than 9 months, which is the length of a fetus. There's no 7, 3, 4 years or whatever it is to see what happens to the complete, circle of the use of the vaccine and how it actually affects people long term. None of it. Yeah? But as long as you're all right, your arm's not hurting, and you can go to the pub or on holiday. These people, because they've got like a grey area of excess of people, yeah, could just be injecting yourselves to then have not a clue. And then when you have kids, or your kids have kids, they could have less genitalia area to make them feel like a man or a woman. And that's when these people will come in and either cut it off, or you don't have to have your tits cut off, love, because you got no tits. Be a bloke. Have some bearded pills. Yeah? Dr. Bloody Intergender No Names Fauci Bollocks Brains. Do you trust this guy's eyes when you look at this face? He's as disgusting as the Pope. It's all about the eyes. I wouldn't trust this guy. Just wouldn't trust him. Like his other mates. Like his other mates before. I wouldn't trust them either. This one's got not like it's more of a face that they get away with, actually. You could call it a good face of deception. Just look at the eyes. The dodgy buggers. Yeah, look at his eyes. Do you trust those eyes? Once you look at the left eye a bit, just keep looking at it and think about, what these guys are up to and hiding and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, supposed to be the leaders of the innocence and purity and everything. And then you look at them and there's nothing, it's just horrible. And you look at the right eye. You keep staring at that and just say, do you trust that eye? And then you look at the left one again and it's sort of telling you, no, I don't. Yeah, this guy's in charge of all the medical stuff. And his name is Mr. No Gender, really. Something going on there, isn't there, everybody? And to be fair, when you look at his fingers, they're the same height. Men's fingers are lower. Women's fingers are the same height, are up there. He's actually even got no brow ridge. He's possibly a transgendered female to male as we speak. Because his fingers say that. And he's got no brow ridge. Yeah? The brow ridge is the bit that, you look at a chimpanzee and you think, oh, he's got a bigger brow ridge than me. That type of stuff. That's straight up. That's a female's head. Oh, he's putting his hands to his face, doesn't he? Oh, it's all going on. It's all going on. Look. Oh. Yeah? These people in charge of everything. I'll get a picture of male and female hand. The male hands is lower, the index is lower, and the female's hands, it's the same height, right? Let's go back to Dr. Fauci's. Yeah, two fingers the same size with a tall one in the middle. Yeah, just like the female's one. Also, he's got sloping shoulders, small sloping shoulders. Yeah. Nice thin lips. Yeah. Oh, very suspect, this one. I've only got 20 seconds, so I'll do this quickly. These are going to be images of gender changing. Once she was that lady there, and now she's that. It used to be that, now that. Yeah, that's a girl, now a man, so they say. Basically, that was Dr. Fauci, and now he looks like that, if you get me.